Up next on Lion TV, Lexi and Ashley have a new episode of The Dish, and Josh DeGroat with a new line of the week from the hardwood.
And I'm JD Kirby, here to tell you about your weekend forecast. Lion TV starts now.
Welcome back, Cersei. I'm Andrew Tyler.
And I'm Paige Reynolds. Let's take a look at those announcements.
Don't forget, 9th, 10th, and 11th grade students are required to take first semester tests. 12th grade students will be exempt from the first semester test only under the following conditions: at least a C average and no more than 4 absences, a B average with no more than 5 absences, an A average with no more than 6 absences. Homebound days, personal days, college days, truancy, suspension, in-school suspension, excused absence, and unexcused absence will count as an absence when calculating semester test exemption status.
10th grade BMI assessments will be held December 8th. Parents who do not want their child to be assessed must sign the refusal form and return it by December 6th. No phone call refusals will be accepted. Students may be pulled out of study hall on December 6th and 7th for assessment, if time allows.
Hey, have you heard about costume design in theater? They help design all of the costumes you see on stage for our school plays.
Well, thanks to our Lion TV intro student, Star Cox, we can really dig into what it looks like beyond our imaginations.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's see it, Star.
You all know what the final version of a production looks like, but what really happens behind the curtains in theater tech?
Lights, the sounds, the makeup, the costumes. It's just all of the behind the scenes work that goes into making a production. Sometimes we'll try and make our own by dyeing or cutting something or sewing something to try and make it happen.
According to AATE studies, drama helps to improve school attendance and reduce high school dropout.
It's just something that's interesting to me, like all the behind the scenes work that goes into making something, and especially the costumes. You just need to show up and have a good attitude, be able to take commands.
To get inspiration for costumes, learning something new, trying new creative art forms, and creating a vision board are all important components.
Well, the costume manager for each production will make a mood board that just has pictures and stuff of what they're looking for in the costumes.
Communication is key when working on a production with so many different departments.
We just have to ask questions and talk to everyone and check in with everyone just to make sure that no one's staying silent about a problem that they're having. It's just a lack of understanding that causes some problems. Unless you are working in the costume room for one day, you don't understand how much of the things that we need we don't have, but we all help each other out.
Working in tech is hard, but it's worth it to see how many it positively impacts. Now let's finish this scene and go back to the news desk.
You did a wonderful job on your very first story for Lion TV.
Yes, thank you, Star.
Authorities say a 15-year-old sophomore was taken into custody with a handgun that was bought by his father 4 days before the 15-year-old opened fire at Oxford High School in Michigan. Authorities received the first phone call just before 1 p.m. from the high school saying there is an active shooter in the building. Deputies arrived within the first 5 minutes of the call and had the suspect in custody. 4 teens within the ages of 14 through 18 were killed and at least 8 were wounded.
State troopers have identified the body discovered Sunday afternoon in a drainage ditch in Wynne, Arkansas, as an elderly man reported missing nearly a month earlier. According to investigators with the Arkansas State Police, the body found was that of 70-year-old Earl Holmes of Wynne.
The House Select Committee investigating the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol approved on Wednesday night the report to hold former Department of Justice official Jeffrey Clark in contempt of Congress for defying his subpoena by refusing to answer questions during a recent deposition and failing to hand over documents to the panel.
You know something, Paige? I've been thinking, I haven't seen an episode of The Dish in a while.
I was thinking the same thing, Andrew, but it looks like Lexi and Ashley have a brand new episode for us all. Let's see what these two are whipping up this time.
Oh my god. Charlie's Angels. Good morning, Jersey High School. I'm Lashley.
And I'm Lexi.
And as always, it's The Dish again.
On this episode, we'll be making pizza.
Croissants!
Well, let's get right into it.
Wait, Lexi,
What?
you forgot.
Oh, that's right. We can't cook with our hair down.
Nope.
Much better.
Now let's get to rolling. So to make this delicious croissant, we're going to need pizza sauce, a packages of croissants,
Shredded cheese and pepperonis.
First step in making pizza croissants is to open your croissant package and get out the individual triangles.
And after you roll out each triangle, you're gonna spread some pizza sauce on top.
Then you're gonna sprinkle some of the cheese. We got yellow and white.
Then after the cheese, add your choice of topping. We chose pepperoni.
And then you're gonna roll your triangle into the croissant shape and put it in the oven for 12 minutes. Thanks for watching this final episode for 2021 of The Dish.
If you have any recommendations or something you want to see, email me or Ashley.
Make sure to spend lots of time with your friends and family over this holiday.
And I hope you enjoy this relaxing break. So happy holidays.
Merry Christmas.
Happy Hanukkah. Deuces gooses.
Thanks, but seriously, that looks delicious.
Most definitely.
Hey Paige, I think it's time for some more weather updates.
Thanks to JD, we have a weekly forecast to share with you.
Thank you. All right, today is December 3rd, and it's partly cloudy, and the high is 75 degrees with a 10% chance of rain. Winds are moving southwest 9 miles an hour with humidity at 73%, and the sun rose at 6:59 a.m. Now, moving on to our night weather. Possible chance of rain, 45%. Low is going to be at 52. Winds are moving northwest 7 miles an hour. Humidity is at 94%, and the sunset will be at 4:54 p.m. Now moving on to the almanac. The last 7 days, the high has been 72 degrees and the low at 26 degrees. The monthly average of precipitation is about 5.04 inches, and the month to date is 0 inches since we just got into December. And moving on to our weekly. On Saturday, there's going to be some AM showers. It's going to be 58 degrees is our high and 48 degrees is our low, with a 37% chance of rain. Sunday, there's going to be a rainy day. We're going to have 67 degrees as our high, 38 degrees as our low, with a 55% chance of rain. Monday, it's going to brighten on up and be partly cloudy with a 52 degree high and a 35 degree low, with a 5% chance of rain. On Tuesday, it's going to be cloudy with a 56 degrees our high and a 41 degrees our low, with a 25% chance of rain. And on Wednesday, we'll be going back to rain with some AM showers. It's going to be a 50 degree high and a 30 degree low with a 30% chance of rain. So you better pack your umbrellas and wear your rain boots because it's going to be a rainy weekend. Back to you guys.
Thank you, JD, for those wonderful updates.
After all this talking and seeing that episode of The Dish, I sure am hungry. Tell me, Andrew, do you know what's for lunch today?
I sure do, Paige. For lunch today, we are having personal pepperoni pizza, beef, bean, and cheese burrito, cheese dip, pinto beans, rice, salad, bananas, grapes, brownies, and milk.
Thanks, Andrew.
You're welcome, Paige, but do not forget to thank our lunch ladies for the meals they provide for us daily.
Hey, I heard Josh has yet another line of the week for us.
Well, Paige, I heard Josh has a basketball player this week, but there's only one way to find out.
Happy Friday, Cersei High. I'm Josh Goat with this week's Line of the Week, Andrew Laird. Andrew, what are your favorite parts about basketball and how long have you been on the team?
My favorite parts are probably just being with the team every day, making new friends. I moved here back in July, so I've been with these guys for a couple months, but we're growing closer every day and I'm loving it.
What does a regular practice look like for you?
We get out there about 2:30, warm up a little bit, about 5 minutes. Then we do our team stretches, and then from then it just depends on who we're playing. We're gonna make a game plan, make sure our defense is right.
What position do you play, and what are your responsibilities on the team?
I play small forward, I'm the 4. Got to get inside, got to rebound, scoring outside and inside, set a lot of screens.
What have been some of your personal goals with basketball this year?
Definitely to make it to the state tournament. Moving here, had a lot more options around me, and I'm having a lot more fun playing this year, hoping to get to state.
I hope the season goes great. Well, that's all I have for you this week, Cersei. Back to the news desk.
Thanks, Josh.
Well, Paige, looks like we saved everyone's favorite for last, all of our local and national sports updates.
Well, let's see what Jacob has for us.
Good to see you again, Cersei. Let's hit these quick sports updates before we hit the weekend. In local sports, the Cersei Lions basketball team had their Cersei Bank Classic basketball tournament with the girls playing Tuesday night against Little Rock Hall while the boys played against Little Rock Catholic. The girls beat Little Rock Hall by quite a bit with a score of 43-20, while the boys barely lost to Little Rock Catholic by roughly a few points. The Cersei Lions wrestling team played against BB, Sylvan Hills, and Batesville yesterday at the high school. While we don't have the final scores at the moment, we were able to get the final scores of the match Tuesday against Little Rock Central, with the girls winning 54-6 and the boys losing 47-30. The Cersei Lions esports team started their playoffs this week with Smash's A team beating Don Tyson 5-2, Smash's B team beating Lakeside 6-0, and League of Legends beating Conway 2-0. Congratulations on these teams making it past the first round of playoffs, and we wish them the best of luck on their path to state. In national news, many upsets in NCAA men's basketball happened Wednesday night, including North Carolina beating ranked 24 Michigan by quite a bit with a score of 72-51, Utah Valley winning against ranked 12 BYU in overtime 72-65, and the Oklahoma Sooners and their top scorer Fleming Jr. beating ranked 14 Florida 74-67. While college basketball had some exciting games, we can't forget about the NBA, who as of recent has been having some thrilling games. Some include the Orlando Magic and Monte Morris upsetting the Denver Nuggets 108-103, the defending champs Milwaukee Bucks just barely beating the Hornets 127-125, and the Cleveland Cavaliers along with their defense blowing out the Miami Heat 111-85. The MLB went into a lockout yesterday morning after MLB owners and the Major League Baseball Player Association couldn't agree on a new CBA or collective bargaining agreement before the last one expired. During the lockout, free agents and work will be stopped until a new CBA is agreed on. Some reasons for the new deal not being striked includes how players will go into free agency and if there should be a salary cap and a salary limit for each team in the MLB. This looks like a dark period for the MLB as they go into their first lockout in almost 30 years. Well, Cersei, that's all the sports updates I have for you this week. I hope everyone has a fantastic weekend. Now back to Paige and Andrew at the news desk.
Thank you, Jacob, for those wonderful updates.
Looks like we have come to the end of another episode of Lion TV. But don't ever miss an episode by subscribing to Cersei High Lion TV on YouTube. Also, go check out Brennan Lowry's new article about ways to start your own business.
And be sure to follow us on Twitter at Lion TV, Instagram at Cersei Lion TV, and Facebook at Cersei High Lion TV. I hope everyone has a fantastic day. Signing out, I'm Andrew Tyler.
And I'm Paige Reynolds. See you next Wednesday, Cersei.